So, you're just a midget, dude. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Okay.
You're ableist.
I'm ableist.
We're not gonna rehash.
You're misogynistic.
Did I make comments about your shape?
I never did. You claimed that I did. I mean, I did now, but
You did. You called me a midget.
you're not a midget.
I am.
No, you're not. But
I'm
you kind of look like Conor McGregor with that cap
With
on.
this?
Yeah.
This is the point. I want to look like the Italian stallions that come into Olive Garden that I have to serve. And they're very fun because they think that Olive Garden's real Italian. Like when they ask for soup and salad, they like give them like a pasta fagioli, and they're like, "This is a pasta fagioli. I used to live in Brooklyn. I know pasta fagioli." And I'm like, "Sir, you're at Olive Garden.
This isn't fucking Brooklyn." Yeah.
Yeah, Olive Garden
and
Olive
Dawsonville.
Garden's like Italian in the same way that like Elizabeth Warren is Native American, like only on paper.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
It's not everything. Everything at the restaurant is because here's what is beast women that look like oversized Cabbage Patch Kids.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm not kidding you.
That is very specific.
And they love Alfredo. Like these are people that like you know like the
all white people love Alfredo. You know.
Yeah, but like really fat women like master. They just shove it in their pussy.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Right up in there?
Right up in there. You know, like
they got to store it somehow for later.
You know the sisters from the 600-Pound Life?
Yeah.
That's what these people look like. Like they can barely fit. They can't go into a booth.
I mean, they're wheeled in there.
Yeah, they have to go to a table because they can't fit in the booth. And there's this one lady, and she's so fat. She has like face fat. Like her forehead's fat.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like you seen that when you're that
got
fat?
a little lump in the forehead.
Like, yeah, just a bulge,
hanging over.
A bulge.
And it's like their eye sockets have fat in them too.
Yeah,
so it's like they can
just
barely see. They're
look
just
like puckered buttholes.
Yeah.
But so she comes in and she orders the ziti appetizer, which is like ziti shells with cheese in them. Mm-hmm. And then she wants Alfredo sauce with those. And then she orders an Alfredo dipping boat, which you put the fucking breadsticks, which are 4,000 calories each, into the dipping boat with Alfredo. Then she orders tortellini, which is essentially just ravioli, already with fucking cheese in it.
Yeah.
Soaked in Alfredo with chicken. So at least she's getting some protein. And then when I bring it out to her, she's like, "This isn't enough Alfredo." I'm like, "Bitch, the plate is soaked in Alfredo. You have enough Alfredo on this table to kill a cow." I half expected her to literally just order Alfredo to drink.
Yeah.
Like that's how obsessed with Alfredo this woman was. She got sweet tea, which made sense too.
That makes sense.
And it was just repulsive, and I cannot even eat it anymore. I cannot even look at it. It hurts me.
Yeah, when I worked at an Italian restaurant, and it got to the point where I couldn't do that shit either.
It's disgusting. It's like, have you ever had scampi?
Mm-hmm.
Scampi's great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pesto's great. Vodka sauce is okay. Not my taste.
I don't know. It's like if you have too much Italian food, like all the time, it just gets fucking all those carbs and shit.
It's just heavy as fuck.
Really heavy.
It's heavy as fuck.
Well, in other news, we have something sad to talk about. You know, our beloved queen. Well, not ours, but
fuck her.
Yeah, she got capped.
The queen has passed.
Yeah, she got capped.
The queen has passed.
As I'm sure y'all have already heard. But
Meghan Markle's next in line.
You know, I saw that the royal family's trying to downgrade their titles right now.
What does that even mean?
Like they have some sort of fucking title, you know how it's like there's princes and he's a duke.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like
Duke of Wales?
They're trying to like tell them to fuck off basically because I mean they live in California, they're not really involved in the family anymore.
Yeah, they left.
Yeah, as they should have.
The queen was racist.
Yeah.
But it's just funny like cuz all the, you know, liberal women have been posting, they're like rip to a fucking like a queen but also a queen.
Oh my god.
And like shit like that. And I'm like, weren't we on the wave of fuck white people, fuck imperialist, fuck elites, all that shit. And now we're like, if you wrote a book on critical race theory, 90% of the book would be about the British royal family.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now, we love this bitch.
All of a sudden.
If you want to blame anyone still alive that's responsible for white imperialism, it's
got to be her.
Miss Queen Elizabeth.
The funny thing is how like Ireland and other countries are like celebrating.
Oh yeah,
they're just like fucking going ape shit.
I fucking love that shit.
Yeah,
I love that shit. Did you know the Queen has proclamation over, like, not technical ownership? It's an outdated term, but she has proclamation over like Ireland, Australia, Wales, some country in Africa, I can't remember. All these places. So the royal family like has claim to all this land still.
Yeah, before they were pushed out.
Yeah, but not even really pushed out. Like, they still have control. Like, they can do whatever they want.
Well, one thing that was cool, you know, I mean, the queen is the queen, whatever. If you like her, you don't, it doesn't matter. But there was one cool thing that I saw where it was like during one of the funeral services or like something leading up to that, there was a guy, you know those guys that wear like the red uniform, like the Queen's soldiers.
The guard, yeah.
Yeah. This man was fucking shredding the guitar on top of like this castle, and it was fucking badass.
Was it
this
actually
electric
one of the
guitar.
guards? Or was
yeah.
it like,
I mean, he was dressed up
damn.
as a guard, so
Damn.
it was pretty fucking
And
cool.
you see those motherfuckers, and they're like stoic all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny. Like, you watch, like, I watched one video of like a tourist, and like she's like getting her husband to like record it, and she's like posing for a picture, and she got up like real close to him, and he's like, "Get away from the Queen's palace!" Like, just flipped out of nowhere. God. It was so funny. It was so funny.
I love seeing videos where people like purposely fuck with them, just like, hey bitch, what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna fucking do shit.
Yeah, because they don't do any. Like, you can like verbally like be like, "You fucking puss."
Yeah.
And they can't do anything. But if you touch them or you get close to
if you touch them, yeah, you're done.
If you get close to the palace,
You're done.
You're capped, bruv.
You're done.
But yeah, rip the Queen. God love her. God
Yeah.
saved her for 96 years. It was time to quit.
Yeah, dude. So I had something happen at work to me yesterday that kind of scared the shit out of me, like the absolute shit out of me.
Okay.
So I work at a moonshine still place where we build copper stills. I'm like practicing learning how to solder, which is like basically welding, but for pussies.
Yeah.
It's not as intensive. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still pretty badass, but
It's like what kids do to pretend they're welding.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, it's still very complicated.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, but I'm like soldering this fucking worm is what it's called. It's basically just a cylindrical sheet of copper with a lid on it. And I'm soldering it together, and you put the top and the bottom on. And it was just practice material for me because I'm like still learning how to get it right. So as I'm breaking it down, I take the torch and I'm fucking heating up, going around the entire solder so it melts down. And then I just like slowly pry it open just to like flatten it down. And as I'm hitting it down with this torch, one time there was still like molten solder, just liquid on there. And as I hit it down, it fucking shot up into my face, dude. Almost fucking caught me in the eye. It hit me right here.
Was it like super hot?
Super fucking hot. Huh? I don't think I have a mark.
No. You're fine. Yeah.
But it was like,
damn,
it was
fucked you up.
It was literally like a centimeter away from getting in my eye, and I may have gone blind.
Yeah, no, I had a similar thing happen to me where I accidentally poured soup on my hand, and it was the chicken gnocchi soup, and I poured it on my hand, and it was
at Olive Garden.
Yeah, it felt like that scene from Game of Thrones where they covered Daenerys' brother in like molten gold. I like couldn't get it off because it's just basically like Alfredo sauce.
Yeah,
and it was fucking burning the shit out of me. But yeah, you came close to being blind there. You already definitely left your ear. You'd be fucked.
I like shot up. I dropped the torch on the ground. Everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, are you good?
Yeah.
And while all of this is going on, my boy Joe, who's my coworker, has TikTok live on. So he has like 70 viewers, and they all just saw me do this shit. And I'm like, fuck.
You got embarrassed, bruv.
Yeah. Shit happens.
That's why you should come work with me instead.
At Olive Garden?
Yeah, you want to be a real man instead of doing like Bob the Builder.
I've been
shit.
Bob the Builder was my shit growing up, though. It really was.
Have you ever seen this channel called Meat Canyon?
No.
You've never seen this shit?
Meat Canyon?
Meat Canyon.
No.
This shit is insane. They do like parodies on real life things, and they had I'll show you after this. They do like fucked up shit. Like one of them was like Garfield on Meat Canyon, and like you expect like this fat cat or whatever, and so like the owner, I can't remember his name in the comics, but in this episode, like he's like, Garfield, get over here, and then Garfield comes up the stairs, and it's like this fucking like white, emaciated, bald slave that's just acting like a cat. And he bumps his knee and accidentally says ow. And he's like, Garfield, cats don't speak.
Oh,
and then he makes him get up on his lap, and he's like petting him. He's like, you're a good boy. Like, it's fucked up.
That is fucking terrifying.
And then there's one with like the Cheetos cheetah, where he like comes in and like makes this kid eat Cheetos, and then it's so fucked up. The Cheetos have like roofies in them, and then the cheetah starts eating his fingers off because he's like,
dude,
so
what the fuck are you watching, dude? What? Is this on YouTube?
Yeah, no, it's a big thing.
Wow.
Like a lot of people know what it is. Like, you know that Naruto thing that I posted like a week ago where I was like, dude, I love Naruto?
Yeah.
It was like fucked up. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. So it's like they're all kind of like that fucked up, twisted kind of.
They're all like that. And the Bob the Builder one was like, it was so fucking random. It was like this, it was Bob the Builder, but in Japan. And so like, there was like a hole in the wall, and then the Bob the Builder demon came, and he was like, must fix. And then he took this fucking dude's wife. And then, like, what? Just, like, flew. Dude, it's trippy ass shit.
Jesus.
Watch it. Meat Canyon. Right after you get done watching this, go watch episodes of Meat Canyon. That and Andrew Tate one.
Well, dude.
Which was great.
After you watch Meat Canyon, you got to look this guy up on YouTube. His name is Mr. Ballin. I don't know if you know who he is, but he tells a bunch of true crime stories and, like, weird occurrences. I have one that I want to share with you. It's fucking crazy. It's about these triplets who were separated at birth by this adoption agency. So this is what happens. Let's call the first kid Mark. Mark goes to college. He goes to his sophomore year of college, I'm pretty sure. And he walks up there, has no idea who anybody is. But everybody seems to know or think they know who he is. So he walks up in there.
What does that even mean?
Like, he walks up in there, and everybody's like, yo, what's up? What's up, Connor? Dude, I haven't seen you in forever, bro. I'm glad to have you back. And he's sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know you. But he just kind of shrugs it off and thought it was just a coincidence. And then as the week goes by, this situation keeps replicating. People keep coming up to him like, hey, dude, where have you been? And he's like, I don't know you. And it gets to the point where this kid comes up to his dorm, and he's like, dude, you look exactly like my friend Mark. I realize that you aren't him now because of the way you've been acting, but you have to meet up with my boy Mark because you look exactly like him.
Yeah.
And he's like, sure, dude. Like, fuck yeah. So he drives an hour to meet this guy who everybody's saying they look identical. And it was like, at first glance, they just knew that they were brothers. They hugged. It gets better. They hugged. They started talking about all their all their likes and their differences, and there was like barely any differences. Even people who like were a witness to this said that their mannerisms were the same, like the way they sat, the way they ate. And it was just this cool thing that they were like reunited. Come to find out, this blows up all over the world. Like, biggest news story. I think this was like the 90s or something. Okay. I'm not sure. This fucking third guy looks at the news and he's like, damn, they look a lot like me. Yeah, like these motherfuckers.
Like the Spider-Man meme where you're like,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, so he's like, I have to find them. So he eventually does. They all three get set up, and then it's like the same thing with the first two. It's like at first glance, they just knew all three of them belonged with each other and were brothers.
Damn. Were they identical or no?
Yeah, identical triplets.
Damn, that's kind of rare though.
Yeah. And they all lived within like an hour from each other.
Yeah.
So as like beautiful and amazing, dude, as beautiful and amazing as it is, it takes a turn because one of the adoptive parents goes to the agency and is like, how the fuck could you let this happen?
Yeah.
Like this is.
Wait, what agency? Like a foster?
Like an adoption agency.
Okay.
So like, yeah. And they come up with some bullshit excuse like, oh, we didn't want to give all three to one parent because it might have been overwhelming or something like that. And they were like, that's bullshit. Fuck you guys. And then they leave. The husband or the adoptive father of one of them forgets his jacket, walks back inside to retrieve it. And as he does, he's walking past this conference room with all of the board members that just had this meeting, like whenever he was asking why, like, how could you do this?
Yeah.
And as he's retrieving his jacket and he's walking by this conference room, he sees all of the board members toasting with champagne as if they just got away with something like incredible. So he thinks, hey, that's pretty fucking weird. They end up doing a lot more digging, and it come to find out this adoption agency did it on purpose as a research project. They purposefully.
Oh my god!
It's basically just a giant test. Those three were not the only ones. There was like 50 to 100 identical twins purposefully separated at birth by this agency
to see if it's like nature versus
nature. Yes,
shit.
exactly,
Right.
Exactly. And this one lady who somehow had inside knowledge on it said that it's basically nurture is bullshit. Like, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what she said. But the actual I think it's in like Yale archives or something, but it will be released to the public in 2066 because the main researcher wanted to make sure that his legacy was kept safe, and he knew that all of the subjects would be dead by then.
So is he like fine now? Like he's like got off, or did he get like fucking arrested or some shit?
No, I mean, I think he's fine.
Fucking
I think that's why he locked
it,
it up, because if it ever came out, you know, his legacy, like, he would have gone down.
Yeah.
But it's just speculation as to what actually was in it, except for this one lady. I don't remember exactly the full story, but I just thought it was fucking crazy and cruel.
Man. I mean,
that you could do that.
I want to be pro-life, because I don't necessarily believe that if you just don't want the kid because you want to go to college and get fucked, you should just turn your baby to puree. But it's hard to make the argument that, like, your kid will be safe if you just have it. You don't have to raise it.
Yeah.
And then you send them to a fucking foster care, and they're just a guinea pig for some experiment.
Exactly.
Like, that's fucked up.
They have these brothers that they never even knew about.
But we had triplets. You remember the triplets in our school?
Who?
You're going to have to bleep this out. You got to remember.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perry's.
Oh, yeah.
And they were nothing alike.
Yeah.
Like, one of them was like a tall beanstalk, and then the other one's like now like a gay comic writer with like an afro, and then the other one's like a boxer. So maybe there isn't a case for nature.
I guess, man.
Maybe all those things have something in common. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe if you're a boxer, you like writing gay comic books.
Dude.
There's a new experiment for you to run, you fucking prick adoption
Holy
agencies.
shit, dude. Wow. I just thought that was completely intricate.
That is crazy that happened.
Insane.
That reminds me of another story with this guy. It's not the same, but it was this doctor who like apparently was very successful with he was like a sperm donor clinic guy, and he ran like he would like take guys' sperm, and then like bitches would come in and say, I want cum in my pussy.
Want that one.
Yeah.
I want that one.
I want the cum of a fucking Asian
Thor
stud in my pussy now.
I want Thor's cum. Give it to me now.
And so he like all these kids, like they would have these kids, and then the mothers would be like, what the fuck, like why did they not turn out like I thought they would? And like, but they would like, I don't want to be racist, so they didn't say anything for a long time. And then all these kids grew up, and they were like, and I think this was in the 90s too, and they were like, holy shit, wait, we kind of look like the doctor that ran this clinic. You see where this is going? So this motherfucker, they did an investigation. This motherfucker used his own jizz every
in the
time.
whole fucking sperm bank,
In
dude?
the whole so it was like 300 kids. He had like 300 kids.
What the fuck? That's
Yeah.
like Genghis Khan shit,
Exactly.
dude. What the
Genghis
hell?
Khan of like
Genghis Khan of the
suburban
20th
Minnesota.
century, dude. What the hell?
This shit was crazy. And then they came after him or something, but I think he died. But he was like, yeah.
That is crazy.
That shit's fucked up.
Talk about a fucking legacy. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, imagine feeling like shit, like your mom expected you. Like, she didn't want to fuck anyone because she's like, I want to pick my sperm and I want my kid to be in the NFL, so I'm going to get like some just huge yoked black guy.
So did he just like fabricate all of these like characteristics?
Yeah,
and,
like he just lied and then he'd use his own fucking nut.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a horny motherfucker right there, dude.
Dude, speaking of that too, no fucking fap gang.
No fap.
I've chosen celibacy. Celibacy.
No, I haven't fapped in like over a week.
How you feel?
Feel great.
You feel good? Are you going to the gym?
I am Monday. I'm starting a routine Monday.
Okay. Hey.
I'm getting my boy to train me.
Who?
Because Ethan. Because
Fuck yeah.
I need somebody to push me.
Dude, if you keep that fucking nut in you, bro, you'll go to the gym and feel like a god.
The testosterone buildup, the energy. I watched this whole fucking 20-minute video on YouTube one night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was high as fuck. And I was just like, I went down this rabbit hole of nofap.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, what in the fuck is this? I'd never heard of it. And it's like all these guys talking about, dude, you will like attract these women if you don't jerk off.
I've said that because of pheromones.
Yeah, pheromones.
I've called it without even knowing it.
And he was like, yeah, whenever you do beat off, though, initially after for 1 to 3 days, your body goes into a hangover mode to where you're drained of all of that sexual energy, and it drains your energy levels.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like makes you a little lazy.
Yeah.
But he said if you keep with it, each week you will notice different, like, I don't want to say abilities.
No, you do it. No, I'm being for real, bruh.
Yeah.
Like you get so fucking horny, but when you can't,
I'm sure.
when you can't just jack off, you like put it into something. Like you put it into like writing or working out or whatever it may be. And so scientifically, the reason why we have like most people that jack off and like the correlation between jacking off, masturbation, and depression is very high, because when you nut, when you come, it's a very high release of dopamine. I think it's like 200 milligrams, which is like slightly less than the peak of cocaine, like the climax of cocaine.
Well, that's like porn. Porn goes along with that too. Like porn elevates your dopamine levels to the point where it's like the next time you watch porn, it's harder to get off, and because you've been watching so much porn, it's harder to like get hard in the bedroom.
Well, you
an actual woman.
Well, with anything though, like your dopamine
like drugs.
homeostasis is taken up. Like your average
above its
level
normal
of dopamine
threshold
is above its normal threshold. So anything you do, like think of shit that makes you happy, like cooking a meal or going on a date or working out or whatever. It doesn't get you there anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's less than the dopamine release of jacking off. And then metaphysically,
that's why meth is horrible.
Exactly. This is from my boy Kevin Gates. He says, that's your life force, dog. You can't be draining yourself of your life force.
Facts.
And that's, I mean, hey, there's something to that, man.
There
when
really is.
When you fucking nut, that's life. That's life.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't think I said this already on this podcast, but I remember being like 12. And when you're 12, you have all these like different thoughts of like, what's death? Like, where do we go when we die? Like, you start thinking about all of these deep ass, like you have this deep ass mindset where you're just like confused and kind of scared of like the unknown. One night, being a little horny 12-year-old, I'm like, I get off and then I have this like mindset again. I'm like, did I just commit genocide? And I looked it up. I looked it up, and they're like, no.
Let me ask you a question. Are you pro-life?
Honestly, I haven't really fucking made a stance on
You're
that.
Pro-life. You're pro-life because you're a right-leaning boy. And if you're pro-life, you can't kill all these babies.
But they're not babies.
When you jack off and you wipe it up in a sock, those babies are now fucking dead.
Yeah.
Because of you.
Yeah.
Because of your selfish action. Because you had to leak your fucking penis.
Well, might just have to have sex without ejaculating then. And jerk off without ejaculating. This no-fap video.
Oh, yeah.
The guy, he goes into this whole, like, tangent about, he was like, but you can still have sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is pretty wild. But once he said that, I was like, having sex without nutting? And he was like, yeah, you just have to. Yeah,
hell no.
You just have to hold it in.
Dude,
and I was
impossible.
like, I thought,
some dumbass
I
shit.
thought to myself, that motherfucker have to have the biggest blue balls.
Oh, yeah.
Of anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But he said it didn't even hurt after. Like, you have sex, but you don't ejaculate.
That's cap. That's cap.
I don't understand
it. You're fucking
Some
charlatan.
people.
Because I'm a feminist, and if you're saying that, you're just using women to edge.
Here we go with the edging.
And fuck all that shit. You want to hear the best edging without even having to touch your fucking cock. I got blue balls from taking a cold shower because I had so much fucking nut inside me. And
I don't understand.
A cold shower will boost your testosterone.
Really?
It took me over that edge.
Just because you were still like in no-fap phase, you know?
I was in big no-fap phase.
Okay.
Now, the only problem with this is that occasionally, if you're a sex god like I was, just railing puss.
Hercules.
All the fucking time. Like me.
Right.
Like I did.
Okay.
I mean, anytime.
I think we got the point.
Anytime you wanted. I'm just kidding, of course.
Yeah,
but
we know.
You're not used to not nutting anymore. So guess what happens? Can you guess what happens?
Wait, you're saying what?
When you come so much and you go from coming so much to so little, guess what happens?
Huge loads.
Where? When?
Whenever you nut.
I'll answer your question.
Okay. Well,
in your sleep.
Oh.
I'm talking about wet dreams.
Wet dreams. I don't think I've ever had a wet dream.
I've had more this past month than I ever had my entire life.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's terrible.
That's crazy.
I've had to wash my sheets like 5 times.
Dude, you know what I just thought of that you could do? Just put on a condom before you go to sleep, dude.
I was saying that.
Really?
I was talking to my roommates. I'm like, I'm getting so fucking pissed because I'm like trying to control myself. And then these demons attack me when I'm sleeping. And I can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm about to just put a cap on my penis.
Fucking do it.
I know, but then you get clogged up, and that shit will hurt. Like, you know when you have, like, you have that blockage.
And then you'll wake up with, like, dry cum just, like, soldered onto your dick.
Yeah, bro. And you just have, like a fucking, like, you know, because it dries, and so it just turns into, like, a plaster condom.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, God.
And it's just like a sculpture. I'll sell it like a dildo. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll wear these condoms.
Just a mold.
I'll wear a condom every night to bed like I did with diapers as a child, except now it's a condom.
Dude. I feel like it would be more beneficial than not, you know, not having to clean your sheets all the time.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's just very expensive. I guess if you don't bust in the middle of the night, you can just reuse it every night.
Yeah.
And then if you go on like a long streak, you're just wearing the same condom after a month.
Dude.
I hope you women are enjoying this show. I hope you're finding a lot out about male anatomy.
Yeah, no fap.
But I was talking to some girl about like no fap, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm celibate too." I was like, "It's not the same thing." It's not the
Yeah,
same.
no.
If you can't keep your hands off your pussy every day as a woman, I mean, you got a problem. But for like a guy,
I don't know, man.
dude,
I rub my pussy all the time.
women don't need sex like men need sex.
I feel like for the most part, yes, but you know, you have those outliers that are just craving dick all the time. Last night at the bar.
I guess, yeah.
Last night at the bar,
crazy
so
bitches.
So my boy was
Not
trying.
crazy.
My
God
boy,
love
my boy was pretty hammered. He was trying so hard to get me laid, as he does every week. And I'm always like, dude, I'm just not feeling it. All these women here are like, I feel old as shit coming to the bar. First of all,
I know, man. Me too.
all my boys are here. I'm just trying to chill, and he's just shit faced. Like, dude, come to the dance floor. I'm gonna hook you up.
Hell nah.
It got to the point where I was like, fuck it. You know, he's trying to help me out.
Yeah.
He's like dancing with this girl, and he's talking to this other girl, and he's like, see that guy right there? You need to fuck that guy.
That's a good wing.
And I fucking
what an articulate way to put it to this lady.
I know. And I overheard it. He didn't know that I heard it. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, this girl with the black hair behind me, she wants to fuck you. Like, she told me she wants to fuck you."
Yeah.
And I was like,
so what'd she say to when he said that? Was she like,
I don't
okay?
know. He was kind of like 10 feet away, so I couldn't really hear, and I'm deaf in my left, and the music's blaring, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I see her like staring at me, like,
oh.
And then he's like, "Dude, you should fuck that chick." And I turn around and I look at her, and this bitch is literally ogre Princess Fiona.
Oh no.
Like to a T.
No.
To a T. Damn. And I told him no. And he was like, "Are you sure, dude? Like, she seems like she really wants you." And I was like, "No."
Good for you.
And then he was like, "Okay, we're moving on then."
Good for you for having standards.
Dude,
I'm telling you, just don't even fuck anymore. It's not even worth it anymore. Because women, when you're operating in a world where women have so much control over you that they can just say, "You have to do this to fuck me," and you'll be like, "All right." You know you're not living life to the fullest.
no.
If you want to take true power over life, you've got to find out what controls you, and usually that's a nice vagina, and then say, "No more. No more.
Cut it out.
Get away from me, Jezebel.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Get away from me, Pat."
You fucking harlot." But no. Just, yeah, no. No sex. Nothing.
No, nothing.
Because then also another problem, I heard this too. This is why I'm not having sex. Because love isn't real to me right now. But I hope that one day I find a decent woman that I can impregnate with my seed and have beautiful babies.
I feel that, yeah.
But when you...
It's a very logical way of putting it.
But humans mate for life. Like
Yeah.
on a biological level.
On a scientific...
Yeah.
In a scientific perspective, we are put on this earth to spread our seed and not be
Yes.
monogamous.
But a part of us is monogamous. A
You
part
think
of us
so?
is, yeah, because they did a study with like what the correlation between a higher body count and premarital sex and then a divorce rate. Did you just fart?
No,
Okay.
that was
you
that
did.
was the chair.
If I smell something, I will say it.
Well, it was the chair. So if you smell something,
Smell something, say something.
if you smell it, it was the chair.
Okay, whatever.
I mean, this chair is like rusty. It probably smells.
But the divorce rate is like so much astronomically higher when you have multiple partners in premarital sex. And that's because you have sexual imprinting, which is where when the moment you lose your virginity, whoever that is to, you develop an emotional connection to them. And so, some people will say, yeah, I lost my virginity, don't care. It's still there. And if you just like shut it down or numb it down or ignore it or, whatever may happen, you go on to the next person, that connection's weaker. And then you go on to the next person and it's weaker and weaker and weaker. And so then that's what happens. That's why we have such a high divorce rate in the nation right now is because, premarital sex is fucking sick.
Well, also technology is a main factor into that as well. You got Facebook.
Oh, like social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah. I
That's
mean,
for sure.
Facebook is apparently like statistically the cause of half of every divorce. Like Facebook is involved.
Exactly.
And
But do you want to have a Queen Monahan one day?
Oh, of course.
Well, if you keep fucking puss with random bitches, you're not going to be able to commit to that queen.
I think
There will be no Queen Monahan.
that's a good point. I've never really thought about it like that. But just me, like my personal feelings about everything, I'm just like I'm not a whore. Like I don't just go sling dick.
I feel that.
Like I don't know. After being in a couple long-term relationships, I just kind of am firm with my footing, trying to just find somebody that I can relate with. Sadly, I don't believe that I'll find that person in Dahlonega.
Well, I mean, who does?
So,
If you fall in love here, it's with a gas station clerk.
yeah. He
That's
was fucking slinging crack out the back.
Yeah, I saw one gas station clerk playing slot at another gas station. And I was like, is that the Pickens in this town?
Dude, I was going to work today. I stop at this gas station sometimes. I'll get like a fucking Slim Jim, a Pop-Tart, whatever I feel like I need for breakfast that morning. And usually I'll go to the bathroom, just take a quick piss. And the bathroom is right next to the slot, like, arcade room.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's fucking 8:30 in the morning. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like a full fucking... It's a full room of motherfuckers sitting there just fucking...
Can you imagine how
fucking-
low you have to be?
Did they sleep? I doubt they even went to bed
No,
that
they're
night.
on meth. They don't sleep. That's why. But can you imagine how low you have to be to wake up and at 8:30 in the morning when your kids, who are going to follow your path eventually,
Yeah.
are playing, they're in school while you're playing slots next to the fucking $10 wine bottle aisle at the Shell.
But the thing is with me is like, sure, if you're a gambler, that's understandable. If you've had some good encounters with that slot machine and it's worked out for you, it's fine. But it's a fucking digital slot machine.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's not rigged or something?
No, they're rigged. They are rigged.
No, I know. I'm saying, how
Yeah.
do these people who get up, don't even get up, they don't go to bed, they just stay there all fucking night.
Yeah.
How do they not realize that they're losing money?
Well, that's a thing that like
I mean, I know gambling is an addiction, but
it's an addiction and they subconsciously want to lose. Like that's like a proven thing.
why?
It's something I can't remember, but they don't, when they win, the high that they get from winning does not equal the hopes that they have for winning while they're losing. Does that make sense? So when they finally
So
win,
it's not like they hope they're losing. It's just losing is not as terrible to them, or losing is not as bad in comparison as how great winning
I'm looking
is.
this up. Because it's something where they have like they're addicted. They want to lose. I'm gonna look it up.
Interesting. Well, while you're doing that, I'll just tell about the spiders in my house.
Go ahead. They're everywhere.
Yeah, dude. These fucking Japanese spiders that are falling out of the sky because they're getting blown by the fucking wind, they are taking over everything. Fucking everything. My car is next to one of these trees in our yard. Every single day I go to my car. At least one fat ass spider web. And of course, I just woke up. If it's Friday and I'm going to work, I'm probably hungover, so I'm not in the best mood. And these fucking fat ass spiders are just everywhere. So me and my two roommates, we got like these 2 fat ass cans of like spider repellent, and we suited up. We'll just fucking go out. We've been in the woods one time just fucking around, but usually we'll just a few times a week we'll patrol around the house. Any new webs, any new spiders, like they're fat ass spiders. I'm not talking about your run of the mill small fucking lengthy like skinny spider. I'm talking about they have a fucking dump truck on them. Like they got a fucking dumpy.
Hella venom.
Dude.
Hella venom.
But it's so satisfying spraying it on them, and then they like freak the fuck out. Die. They freak the fuck out, and then they try to escape by like spinning their web down.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking die. I don't know. It's really satisfying. It's kind of.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that because I can relate. Okay, so here we go. While it may not be a literal addiction to losing, the release of feel-good chemicals after a loss reinforces what may otherwise be interpreted as damaging behavior, pretty much short-circuiting the normal means of behavioral control. If a loss feels just as good as a win, there's less incentive to modify your behavior post-losing streak. So they get the same like dopamine release from losing and winning, and so since there's more risk in losing than there is in winning, they want to lose more. Does that make sense? It's like a deep psychological thing.
That does not make sense to me, but I understand it.
Well, okay. Okay.
No, you know what I mean? Like, why would you just logically, why do you want to lose, man?
Well, Sigmund Freud said every guy wants to secretly fuck their mother. So
that's not the same.
It's the same shit.
I don't believe in that, though.
I don't either. But, there's some weird things about us.
Oh, I agree.
Like porn users, apparently, if you watch porn so much, you literally get a sexual attraction to your phone, like your phone
to your
itself.
devices, yeah.
And that's why you have ED very often, because you've lost the sexual attraction to women as much as you do like your block.
Because TikTok could do way more in censoring some of these fine ass women that are just throwing ass. Like, obviously, that's the only content that they put out is just fucking thirst traps.
Popping puss. That's it.
And it's the same way. Like, you get addicted to not only your phone, but TikTok.
Yeah.
So.
Well, TikTok is the new porn. You've got you'll have a bitch shaking ass, and then you'll go to her account, and there's a link to her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Bam. Pussy pics. $5 a month.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. It's the new porn. There's been a communist revolution in porn where we went from the free porn industry, where only the big whales made the money off of advertising and the porn stars were paid little, to now the porn star gets the money. They have seized the means of production, just like the communists and the Bolsheviks. You understand?
Yeah.
When we write a textbook in 50 years and they say, what successful communist revolutions happened in the 21st century? And you have to teach, your kids will be taught about porn.
The porn revolution.
The communist porn revolution.
Well, you know why porn is free, right?
Yeah, because of the ads.
Well, I'm not talking
Well, what do you
about
mean?
from a commercial standpoint.
Oh, okay. Why?
I'm talking about from a psychological standpoint.
Okay.
It's so easily accessible because it's fucking horrible for you.
True. Isn't there a saying that if it's free, you're the product?
Yes, I was
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
remember.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to remember that saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Same
Like
thing with
we
social
we
media.
are the product.
Yeah, because then you buy. It's all about advertising. So then you buy the shit that they advertise on there. Because like I think like the big like the top ad on Pornhub, which was the most trafficked website in the world, was worth
Dude.
like $100 million.
Really? That much?
Like an obscene amount of money. Because I mean,
I was
dude,
gonna say
think-
millions of dollars.
Think if you have an ad on Pornhub, how many views you're
Dude.
getting? And then you get some little kid who's like jacking it, and then there's like an advertisement for like the new Xbox. And he's like, "Oh, I want an Xbox now."
But it's like all of the ads are sexual, though. It's like all of them. It's either like dick pills,
It is now.
pussy toys,
It is now because it's changed.
like you won't last 30 seconds playing this game.
Yeah, but it didn't used to be. Like
No?
back in the day when I used to jerk my little fucking.
I didn't really pay attention to the ads back then because I'm just like so amazed that I can see naked women. You know, when you're a kid and you're like,
True.
I looked up boobies on YouTube, and there was like a medical video, and it was like one of the first times I saw tits, and I was like, oh,
I remember the first like sexual video I ever watched was like this because it wasn't even porn, so I can't even call it porn. It was like this Victoria's Secret fucking thirst trap video, and it was Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, you know, the girl that was in like Transformers, like the blonde one, the second
oh
one.
my gosh,
Her.
yeah.
And like there was like really nothing going on. Like she just like was in a bikini, and then me and my friend were like watching it upstairs, and like my parents were downstairs cooking, and we were like, it was so fun. It was so fun back in the day. But now it's just like you go watch in the bathroom, you wipe it up with like a cum sock, and then you're done.
I've never. What do you mean you wipe it up with a cum sock? I feel like, I think
Fucking jack off and wipe it up with a sock or
I
whatever.
thought you jerked off in the sock.
Who the fuck?
I thought that was a fucking thing. I don't know. I've
Are
never
you
done it.
serious?
Yeah, that's why socks are like crusty as fuck.
That's disgusting.
I've never fucking done it.
That's disgusting. Who the fuck has done that? Give me a name
Dude.
right now.
Look it up. It's like a fucking stereotype
You
for
jerk
jerking off.
in the sock.
I don't understand how that would, like, the fabric would feel good, but apparently it's a big thing,
Jesus.
especially for like kids.
Now
and
I
teens.
did have a friend who made a pocket pussy from scratch. He took a fucking paper towel holder, the middle of it,
Yeah.
and then he put a hand glove, like one of the latex gloves in it, and then he'd squirt lotion in it, and then he like wrapped it around with bands or some shit like that, and then he'd put it between his box spring and his mattress, and then just fuck his bed.
Do I know who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
Can you imagine like your mom walking in on you and you're just like fucking the shit out of your bed?
Oh my gosh, no.
God.
My brother walked in on me one time though, and
Masturbating?
yeah, and it was weird.
I've never had someone walk in on me masturbating, but like one time I turned on my shower and I was just chilling because I think I had gotten done like working out or something, and I was just sitting on like my bed naked.
Yeah.
Like I had my phone and like I was just like playing with my balls as I was like watching my phone. Like, you're not jacking off. Like it was soft as hell. And then my dad just like walks in and I was like, fuck, he like definitely thought I was jacking off. But I wasn't even jacking off. Like if he had caught me, I would personally rather like my parents walk in on me fucking than jacking off.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah, because your dad wouldn't be disappointed.
No.
He'd be like, fuck yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. Have I ever told you my theory on like why dads get upset about like sex with their daughters but not their sons?
I mean,
Because I have a
I
theory.
can understand why.
Why?
Just the whole like social aspect of like men and women in general. Like if I'm a guy
Okay.
and I have a daughter,
Okay.
I don't want to think about people plowing my daughter. But
Okay.
if I have a son, you know, because we come from the same
Okay.
sex.
Okay. Well, here's my thing. But mothers.
You see what I'm saying,
but
though?
mothers are the same way, and yeah, I do see
They,
what you're
like,
saying.
are you saying that mothers are the same way in that they don't want their sons piping,
No,
but they
they're
don't?
okay with their sons more than their daughters. Like when my mom found out that I had sex, she didn't care as much. But when she found out my sister did, she did.
I feel like it's that
So
makes
it's
sense.
not like a thing like a fucking like you understand the
It's
respect.
like it's
of
not just a
sex.
guy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because it's all due to penetration. Who's getting penetrated? And so, let me play a situation for you.
Oh.
You walk in. Just
Okay,
wait.
okay,
You walk in on your son, and he's getting fucked in the ass by another dude.
Okay.
You're gonna get really upset with your son, not because it's gay, but because he's getting penetrated. If you walk in on your son and he's fucking
It's
another
just
dude in
raw
the ass,
dogging.
then you're like, hey, don't do that, but come on, high five. High five.
No, I wouldn't say don't do
And
that.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing like if your daughter's a lesbian and she's getting like her boxy.
Oh
out or
man, that would
something,
be
You just don't really care though. You wouldn't really care
exactly
because she's
because
not
like
getting like penetrated.
a little scissor action.
This theory's infallible. Am I correct?
No, I agree. But
Exactly.
when you said penetration, it made me think further into maybe they're just worried about pregnancy. Because with men, sure, you can get a girl pregnant, and that's a problem. Like, hey, don't do that. But like when you have a daughter and the risk of her getting pregnant, that is like all on
Majority
you.
of the burden falls.
All on you.
Yeah.
Especially if she gets pregnant and like the guy is a fucking dick and just fucks off. Like you are stuck with supporting your daughter with that baby.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But it comes down to the question: if your son was gay, would you rather him being the pitcher or the catcher? That's what it comes down to.
That's what all of this comes down
That's
to.
what this comes down to.
Yeah. I feel like it's obvious.
Exactly.
Would you want your son getting fucked in the ass?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why this theory is correct.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
Dude,
It makes sense.
I mean, I've been taking these. It's not psilocybin.
Viagra.
Yeah. Because I just get like, and I can't jack off, so then I just get pissed, and I go to the gym with a rock hard cock,
Yeah.
and I just bench press with my boner sitting up in the air like a fucking parking cone.
Just do wrist ups with your cock.
Do pull ups with my. Okay.
Just-
Anyway.
yeah.
No, I've been taking these mushroom pills that they're not psychedelics, but they help with like brain
Yeah,
flow.
that's why I asked you if it was like that coffee replacement stuff.
Yeah,
you know
water.
what mud
Yeah,
water?
I want that, but it's too expensive. This was like a cheaper like it was like one of them, but mud water's like a blend, and it's good, but they charge more for that.
Yeah.
And it's the same with like Joe Rogan's Alpha Brain.
I got excited for a second when I saw the mud water because they didn't say that it wasn't hallucinogenic. So I was like, because I knew, I was like, no way they would make that legal to just like ship worldwide. But a part of me wanted it to be so
it's
bad.
It's legal in Washington.
No, I'm saying like, oh, you're talking about
All
shrooms?
drugs. Yeah, all drugs.
Colorado too. Shrooms.
Colorado too. Oh, good God.
Or I think it's at least Boulder.
Okay.
I don't know.
I gotta piss.
That's fine. You can get up. I'll entertain them.
Good.
We could take turns. Oh man. So I've been watching the new Lord of the Rings TV show. What's that shit called?
House of the Dragon.
No. He said House of the Dragon. That's fucking Game of Thrones spinoff, which is still damn good. But Lord of the Rings, dude. I only recently got into it about a couple years ago, actually. My boy Davis put me on it, and I fucking loved it. It was fucking dope, the whole fantasy thing. And then I learned that Tolkien wrote these books in the 30s, and then I was even more amazed that it's such an old franchise. But this new TV show, it's giving me mixed signals. It doesn't really follow the storyline of Lord of the Rings. I mean, it does, but very loosely, to the point where it's there's many inconsistencies, and I just don't know how I feel about it. The cinematography, the directing is amazing, the acting's great, but at the same time, I'm like what the fuck is going on, dude? They're just branching off their whole new storyline in the same universe. I'm talking about the new Lord of the Rings. I was saying how I like it. I'm very mixed with it. Okay. They don't follow the storyline exactly how it should be.
What'd you expect?
I expected them to pay a little more respect to it.
They would never. What's the
I understand them going off.
Books? Very bad.
And it's also Amazon Prime.
Exactly.
Amazon Prime, they just fucking shit the bed on a lot of shit. TV shows, movies.
Save Invincible.
Invincible, yeah, that is.
Invincible.
They did great with
Invincible
that.
brought the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
For real. They'll probably fuck that one up too. They'll probably try to make Invincible trans.
Oh God.
And he'll be like, why defend the planet when I can just be my true gender?
Yeah.
I
don't know, man. That was a great show. The fucking ending to that.
Dude, the first episode.
So gory.
Crazy. It was
the first and last episode were the goriest episodes.
This shit was crazy, man.
Oh, dude.
The first episode, if you haven't seen it, don't listen to this if you're going to watch it.
Yeah.
But the first episode, it's a child's cartoon in the beginning, and they're just beating the shit out of each other, and they're just it's a classic cartoon superhero show. They're just punching the shit out of each other, and nothing happens, no bruises or anything.
Yeah, no, not even any blood.
Yeah, nothing
in the beginning.
And then by the end of the show, this motherfucker's squeezing a dude's head like a pimple, and then
chops a bitch in half.
Yeah, chops a bitch in half, punches a hole through her head. It's crazy. But it gave you shock value. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Oh
There's
yeah. You gotta have that value. Because at first there was so much hype surrounding it.
Yeah.
I was watching it for the first 45 minutes, and fuck? I'm like, dude, this is soft as fuck. Sure, they're superheroes and they're kicking ass. They're beating the villains and all the fucking people trying to storm Earth. And you're just this is really not it. Yeah. And then the last 5 minutes just fucking hit you in the face, dude.
It's crazy. It's a good show though.
It is.
But yeah, they're gonna fuck up.
It is.
They're gonna fuck up House of the Dragons. Duh.
Dude, I just wish you can't have everything that you want, obviously, but
no.
I wish the original Rhaenyra actress stayed.
Who was the original?
I'm talking about, that they're replacing Rhaenyra with a different actress.
The fuck? Why?
Because the time jumps are so long. The first episode to the second episode was a couple years, I think.
That's ageist. She's 22. Ageist as fuck. Why can't
I know. But she does look like she's 16.
Yeah, I know, but that's just because of, oh my God.
No, but she has one more episode. The fourth episode is going to come out this Sunday, when you're watching this. And then after that, I think, is when the new actress comes in. And she is a bull dyke. She's a fucking bull dyke.
Well, of course. Of course.
On her bio, it says they them.
Of course. I mean, you can't have, because the whole thing is like she's Yas bitching it up. And she's like, being like a real feminist.
I'm actually going to pull her up for you right now.
But the thing that's like sexist in Hollywood is that like every single female like hero and badass has to be a lesbian.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not like on this shit, but like if you want to,
oh yeah, she's lesbian as fuck.
You're basically telling women that they can't be like heroes unless they just eat pussy. Like you can't take a cock at midnight from a stranger and then also be the princess of the kingdom. What is it called? King's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't you just take dick and be a whore and be straight as fuck?
I'm gonna put this picture up.
It's disgusting
for y'all to see, but that is the new actress.
I mean, that looks like, what's his name? It looks like the guy that played Green Goblin.
Yeah.
What's his fucking name?
I don't know. Fuck.
Hold on. Green Goblin actor. I know his name. It's like some.
You see what I'm saying though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you could find a better pick.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
millions of actors and actresses out there.
William Dafoe. That looks just like her. I'm not even kidding. You're gonna put up a side
by side.
Yeah. No.
Oh man.
But that's like the whole Hollywood thing has become like re-sexualizing what we find hot and what we don't find hot. Like now hot people are not hot. Like the hottest guy in Hollywood right now is Timothy fucking Chalamet.
I don't know what the fuck they're trying to push, dude.
It's just all too political.
For real, everything.
Everything.
I mean, even with the new Lord of the Rings thing.
Of course.
It's like, I'm not racist, obviously, but like the elf, like one of the main elves is black, and then the main Harfoot is black too.
What's Harfoot?
Harfoot is like the descendants of the hobbits.
Oh.
You haven't seen the show, have you?
No, I don't want to.
It's really, I'm just on the border with it. The cinematography is great.
I'm
It's like that Lord of the Rings, like mystical,
I know.
heavenly stuff. But it I honestly don't blame you for not watching it.
I'm just so sick of franchises that don't know when to fucking put it down.
But I mean, that's just our day and age. Is they won't. They will never put it down. Like,
God, please. Like with Harry Potter, put it down. Stop making spin-offs.
oh yeah, have you seen that?
No.
I haven't seen it either.
Nobody fucking cares about Hufflepuff. We had the 8 movies. Voldemort's dead.
Who even gives a fuck about like? Why would you even think that there would be an audience that is just dedicated to wondering or wanting to know the insight behind Hufflepuff?
But there is. There is. There are girls.
Not me. I'm not him.
I know. But there are girls
I ain't him.
who walk around with like backpacks that say like Snape House of Snape, or whatever it is.
And I guarantee you,
House of Hufflepuff, and t-shirts and jerseys. And they're virgins.
no, they have cat ears and a butt plug cattail.
True.
And they're asking their teacher to go to the litter box instead of the bathroom.
Yeah, probably. But no, because J.K. Rowling's actually a TERF. You know what that is? She's actually very, very conservative. It's a trans exclusionary radical feminist.
Yeah, they
does
already
not
shit on her as much as they could.
The trans.
Yeah.
But Harry Potter's just fucking dumb. Like, it's dumb. Like, I understand.
The whole thing?
Yes, it's fucking stupid.
All right, well, you can fuck off.
No, it's stupid.
I love Harry Potter.
Okay. Exhibit A. I'm just kidding.
It's not a bad series, dude.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's so fucking bad.
What's bad about it?
So fucking bad.
I agree with the
fact
Hufflepuff
that,
bullshit,
the
but like,
fact that the biggest fights in the movie are all just waving wands at each other.
But that's the whole fucking point, though.
I understand, and that's why I don't like the whole fucking point.
Yeah, but you've never really been into like that medieval shit either.
But it's not even medieval.
It's not, but it's more like...
You know what I'm not into?
Classical.
You know what I'm not into?
What?
Ask me what I'm not into.
What are you not into?
Pussy shit.
Pussy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And waving wands around is pussy shit.
I mean, it did come out when we were like kids.
Yeah, to the point of like last year. And they're still making spinoffs. And I'm damn sick of it.
You can have your opinions.
I like John Wick.
I'll have mine.
Where there are combat techniques
that
executed.
Is just, you can't even compare
they're
that.
They're executed so rapidly that I can't even tell what's going on. And it gets my cock hard because I'm a Sigma primal male.
And then he kills his dog, or the guy kills his dog, and then you feel something.
Yes.
You feel something.
And there are action scenes
You're
that
pissed.
are great. John Wick's getting a knife in his back. Harry Potter gets a fucking spell cast on him. Who gives a shit? They're going to the town.
It's just not your niche, bro. It's just not your niche.
It's not. It shouldn't be anyone's niche. Is it your niche? Star Wars or Harry Potter?
You can't, like I said, you can't compare them.
You have to. You have to.
I mean, I would definitely pick Star Wars over Harry Potter, but I still think that you can't
then good for you, young
compare
man.
them.
You've passed the test.
I feel like you just like are hating on Harry Potter hard as fuck right now,
it's
dude.
Fucking so dumb.
Just like, but you're comparing things that aren't comparable to it.
And I also just hate it because the creator of it's a transphobe.
You did not
check
give
see if
a
we just turned
fuck about that.
No,
you do not give a fuck about her being a transphobe.
I always have. I'm an ally and an advocate for trans.
I know.
Okay?
I know you are.
And Star Wars.
Are you thinking about your own surgery one day?
I feel like I'm in a prison of gender. And I have to walk around acting so fucking masculine. And then at night, I just put on a tutu and do my makeup.
God bless you.
It's a sad world. But
Keep
Star
talking.
Wars.
I'm gonna plug in my charger.
Okay. Star Wars is really just a political commentary. Because all Harry Potter is about is right-wing authoritarianism. It's basically just Mein Kampf in a fictional tale. But, dude, don't ask me. I don't want to explain it, but it's true. Star Wars is a commentary about libertarianism. And so you have the Sith, which are the right-wing authoritarians, the Nazis. And then you have the Jedi, which are left-wing authoritarians, the communists. And so in the beginning, the communists have rule, and then they fall to the Nazis. Well, then after a while, the Nazis lose control, and the communists are gone because they said, that's not the way either. And so then they say, we want there to be no way, nobody has control. We want libertarianism and anarchy. With Rey, that's why she has a yellow lightsaber, because it's not red, because it doesn't represent Nazi ideology, and it's not blue, because it doesn't represent Stalinist ideology. It's a third way. It's a way of liberty. You understand? Harry Potter doesn't have a message. It's just all about hating trans people. Fuck gays. That's what Harry Potter said as he killed Voldemort. Voldemort was actually a trans protester whom Harry Potter killed in the name of white nationalism. It was just an exhibit of oppression by brutal force. Because Harry Potter was a colonialist. This is what you people don't understand. He's a colonialist. Originally, Voldemort was indigenous to Hogwarts. And then Harry Potter and his crew came in by force and started colonizing it and then kicked them out. Well, then Voldemort wanted it back. He wanted his reparations. And Harry Potter said, no, you fucking gay. You're not touching my land. So I just explained why Star Wars is better, has a better message, a moral message in contrast to Harry Potter.
So you're saying. Sorry, I was muted. You're saying you liked the last Star Wars movie?
No.
Okay. So, it sounds like you are.
I liked watching Anakin kill his wife.
And all the little kids?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to get situated.
Nice. But yeah, no, Harry Potter, like, if you're still invested in fucking Harry Potter and you're above the age of, like, 3, you need to be put in an institution.
I don't think people above the age of 3 would even comprehend this podcast.
I think we appeal to the majority of, like, elementary
2-year-olds?
schoolers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-Kers.
Hey, we got to find our audience somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play this at school. If you're going to have drag queens for fucking first graders, play this podcast. What time are we at?
Let's see here. About an hour and 11.
All right, I think we should wrap it up
Can
here.
we wrap it up?
Wrap it up like my penis at night.
Yeah. Let's change the subject to you wrapping your penis before we get off, just so that you don't shit on Harry Potter anymore.
Pussy.
Slut.
That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, don't take anything we said seriously, or you're a dick. But if you... Wait, what was it? What was that thing that I said?
If you...
That was like one of our first podcasts that we ever did.
We have so many, and we should release them.
We should.
Like, just here and there.
Yeah.
You know?
We will. But basically, if you're a guy and you're a little sensitive to what we're saying, you're a pussy. But if you're a girl and you like have a pussy and you get offended, you're a dick.
That's going to be Amber Heard's campaign slogan.
Fuck yes.
For president.
Fuck yes.
Of the Republican.
Kanye West versus Amber Heard.
For the GOP slot. And then Kim Kardashian versus... Kim Kardashian versus Demi Lovato for the Democrat candidate.
Ooh, wow.
There we go. There's the
Wow.
showdown right
I would
there.
watch that debate.
I mean, God.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be amazing.
It would be fucking crazy.
But
All right.
Def Lef, how do you spell it? Because I get confused. So tell them how you spell it.
DEF. What the fuck is going on with the mic, dude? DEF LEF. Yep.
Yeah, but is it capital L? Is there a
Capital
space?
D and capital L. DEF LEF. I mean, if you look it up, either way, it'll get you the same outcome.
Okay.
But Apple Music, Spotify.
Fuck yeah.
Stay tuned for some more music, some more pods, some more skits.
TikToks. bar_talk on TikTok.
Hell yeah. Platinum Nugget Studios coming in and out.
Goodbye.
Peace.